There's been a third night of violent clashes in France, with nearly 700 people arrested and outbreaks of looting. It follows the fatal police shooting of a teenager in Paris earlier on this week. The officer who shot dead the 17-year-old boy has apologised to his family and has been charged with voluntary homicide. Our correspondent Sophia Batista reports now from Paris, and just a warning, her report now does contain some flashing images.
For the third night in a row, riots spread across France. Protesters threw fireworks and projectiles at the police and set cars and buildings on fire. This is in Bordeaux, Lille, Marseille. The government has deployed an extra 40,000 police officers, including elite police units. But as anger grows in France, so does the scale of the unrest. For the first time, several shops were looted.
This tobacco shop was destroyed and most things inside it stolen. The owner lives right upstairs and said that she heard hundreds of people break in the middle of the night and was terrified. But this isn't just happening in the suburbs like Nanterre, it's happening in central Paris too, near famous landmarks like the Louvre and the Champs-Élysées.
Here, a crowd of protesters broke into a Nike shop in central Paris. In Romainville, a supermarket was looted. These riots are bad news for the French president Emmanuel Macron. He had to leave a meeting of EU leaders in Brussels to come back to Paris and hold a crisis meeting. Clashes like these between the residents of the French suburbs and the police are not rare, but they normally last a day or two. Not since 2005 have protests spread across the country at this scale. The police officer who shot dead Nael has been arrested and charged with homicide. But for many people, what happened to Nael was the final straw. They are deeply angry at the police, and the government fears that that anger could translate into more riots and violence tonight. Sophia Batista, BBC News, Nanterre.